Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the last in our Leopold Stokowski Retrospective series. These were recordings that didn't make it into the overflow room because I had it in my other overflow room. I had a lot of Stokowski recordings, and all of these are taken from his final Phase 4 Decca series, which, I mean, these were made in like the late 60s and early 70s, or 60s and 70s. I mean, they're some of his last recordings and some of his wackiest, and certainly the best recorded, or the most individually recorded, with the multi-mic stuff going crazy, and oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Well, this one is sort of a Russian extravaganza that I actually got from Japan, because before Phase 4 issued all their stuff, you had no choice. You had to get them from Japan. And so this is the Scheherazade and Capriccio Espagnol as part of the Decca Best 100, the Special Collection. All of these things had names in these Japanese series. The Scheherazade, we've talked about it before. I mean, it's insane. It's multi-mic'd like crazy. He adds xylophones and tam-tams in interesting places. It's just wonderful. It's absolutely one of the great Scheherazades ever, certainly, and completely loony in the best possible way. So that's where we start. Where I'm going to put this thing. We'll stuff it over there for now. Then we have this one, which has the 1812 Overture, The Night on the Bare Mountain, or Night on Bald Mountain, by Mussorgsky and Stokowski's arrangement, with also some fairly flamboyant percussion toward the end. The Borutin Polovtsian dances, or Polovtsian, if you want to call it that. Let's see, Mussorgsky's Boris Godunov and Tchaikovsky's March Slav. Now, the cool thing with this Night on the Bare Mountain is that, you know, Rimsky's dribbles away. Rimsky always did quiet endings. I mean, not always, but largely always. And he had this bad sense of timing. He sort of let them dribble away for a long time. But Stokowski, no, he does a sunrise. Oh boy, with one of these huge percussion waterfalls, sort of like the end of the Tarangalela Symphony. Oh, it's wonderful. So this is fun. It's absolutely fun. And this one is Stokowski does Wagner. Yes, these are all with like the London Symphony, I think, or most of them are. Let's see. Well, that's with a bunch of different people. Some of them are Royal Philharmonic. Yeah, London Symphony, New Philharmonia. You know, all the London folks. We have The Ride of the Valkyries, Dawn and Siegfried's Rhine Journey, Siegfried's Death and Funeral Music. They don't call it the Funeral March. Thank God. Finally, they did get that right. Ironically, Stokowski may change everything, but he got the title. And then we have The Entrance of the Gods into Valhalla, The Forest Murmurs, or Waldweben auf Deutsch, and the Prelude to Meistersinger, which was a live recording from the Royal Festival Hall on 14 June 1972. Oh, goodness, the birdie twittering thing. The cats are playing. Excuse me. That's what that bird twitter thing is, if you heard that. So, Wagner. Yes, wonderful. Then, Berlioz, the Symphonie Fantastique, along with the Dance of the Sylphs and two Dvorak Slavonic dances from Opus 72. Oh, no, Opus 72 number 2. No, just one of them. It's the title here, and then it's actually down there, so it's twice, but it's the same one. Opus 72 number 2 with the Czech Philharmonic. It was one of the encores from his Czech Philharmonic series that had like the Enigma Variations and Brahms First and some other goodies, and the Bach. Well, getting to the Bach. So this Symphony Fantastique is typically Stokowski. It's a very good performance. It has harps in the second movement. Oh, you've never heard harps. And he uses the pianos along with the bell things in the finale. And I think he does anyway, if I recall correctly. And the very last chord, of course, must have the obligatory tam-tam crescendo. It's mic'd to the nines, and it's insane, and I loved it. Oh, well, oops, hang on, folks. Okay, this was a little bit of a conundrum. It is, wait a minute, hang in there. It's the 9th, so I have to get a tie, because as you know, we cannot discuss the most sublime piece of orchestral music in the entire repertoire of Western civilization without being suitably accoutred. And usually I can just cut in one of my ninths, but I couldn't hear. Why? Because, well, it's not just Beethoven's ninth. It's Stokowski's Beethoven's ninth. So it doesn't really deserve a full dress shirt. It deserves the tie. It gets the tie, but not the whole formal treatment, I think, because, well, oh, the last movement is so odd. Oh, he changes all kinds of things around and reorchestrates. The very ending is unbelievable. All the percussion parts are rewritten, and at that final uprush, you've got the trumpets and the violins going. Oh, it's just unbelievable. And it's lots of fun. And there's an Egmont overture on here, too. The soloists are quite good. Excuse me. Heather Harper, Helen Watts, Alexander Young, Donald McIntyre. London Symphony. Totally demented. I love it. And, oh, well, okay. So, wait a minute. Having said that, I can lose the tie. There we go. And now we're on to Bach. Yes, Bach. This was with the Czech Philharmonic. A wonderful recital of Stokowski's legendary Bach transcriptions, along with other things with the London Symphony. Tchaikovsky, Dvorak, Rachmaninoff, the Prelude in C-sharp minor orchestrated. That's bizarre. The Chopin Mazurka in A minor, Schubert's Moment Musical No. 3. That's lovely. Bird and Clark and all this other stuff, aside from Bach. And that is just fun. La Mer. I love this La Mer. I mean, not just because of the tam-tam crescendo at the end. It's just the most vivid, pictographic performance of La Mer with very, very quick tempos. And you get the prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, 11 minutes and 43 seconds. Usually it takes like 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Yeah. Not here. Oh, it's so voluptuous. You just want to die. And the Engulfed Cathedral in Stokowski's orchestration, which is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And finally, Daphnis and Chloe Suite No. 2, which has this extra choral scream at the end. Just when you think it's over, it sort of ends, and then all of a sudden the chorus comes back and goes, "Whoa!" That's Leopold. I mean, he was just, like no one else you ever heard. And then what is this? Oh, the Grand Canyon Suite with the London Festival Orchestra and Stanley Black, coupled to the Ives Orchestral Set No. 2, a fabulous performance of that. Stokowski was unbelievable. He played everyone and everything, and he did it all splendidly, and it didn't matter what it was. Remember, he did the premiere of the Ives Fourth. This was such a rarity when it first came out, and it's so well done. So that's fun. Tchaik 5. Okay. Tchaik 5. Well, this Tchaik 5, again, has some marvelous bits of reorchestration. Listen to the pizzicati in the second movement. After the first climax, when the motto theme returns and the horns go plunk, 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 usually very simple. Here it's thwump, thwump, thwump. Oh, it's incredible. And in the finale, well, he adds some piccolo and he ignores the pause before the coda. He just has the timpani roll right through it to keep the music going. It's really just astonishing. And you get a very good Glazunov violin concerto with Silvia Marcovici. So that was fun. And then we've got Tchaikovsky ballet stuff. Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, and Romeo and Juliet Fantasy Overture. This one includes the Orchestre de la Suisse Romande, which Stokowski makes sound like his orchestra, always. And these are just fun, and the music, and it's charming and delightful. And we conclude with his amazing orchestration of Pictures in an Exhibition and the Scriabin poem d'Extase. He recorded that like 50 times. And let's see, Stravinsky's Pastoral and the Firebird Suite with its wonderful little chimes and things that Stravinsky never wrote, which he added rather effectively, I might say. And that's it for the Phase 4 stuff. But I have to say, this is all so much fun. And I've kept them, these single things, just because, sometimes I can find the big box and sometimes I can't, of all of his Phase 4 recordings. And there were a couple. Do I have them sitting over here? I have them over here somewhere. There were also a couple two smaller boxes. And this stuff was finally reissued when they finally decided to do it. but it's always just such a joy to revisit because it's so fresh and so crazy and so different and all done with 100% conviction. And that's what really makes the difference. You know, Stokowski was not a slummer. He worked hard to be as bizarre as he was. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me, and take care.